The veneer of pristine perfection surrounding Meghan Markle's foray into the culinary world, with love, Meghan, has been brutally shattered by Graham Norton's recent podcast, leaving the Duchess of Sussex reeling from a public humiliation of epic proportions. Norton, known for his acerbic wit and no-nonsense approach, didn't just critique the show, he dissected it, exposing what many suspect, a staged, inauthentic production designed to bolster a carefully crafted image rather than celebrate genuine culinary passion. The podcast's revelations have ignited a firestorm, painting Markle's cooking venture as a contrived performance, a stark contrast to the effortless elegance it purported to represent. Norton's primary critique centered on the show's glaring lack of spontaneity. He meticulously pointed out the suspiciously flawless mise-en-scène, the preternaturally clean kitchen, and the unnaturally composed demeanor of Markle herself. It felt less like a cooking show and more like a meticulously choreographed advertisement, Norton quipped, his tone dripping with skepticism. He highlighted the absence of genuine culinary mishaps, the kind that are inevitable in any real kitchen. Where's the burnt sauce? The oversalted dish? The frantic scramble to salvage a recipe gone wrong, he questioned, rhetorically. Instead, we get a series of perfectly executed, almost robotic demonstrations, devoid of any real human element. This observation resonated deeply with listeners, many of whom had already expressed unease at the show's overly polished presentation. The perceived lack of authenticity has fueled accusations that, with love, Meghan is nothing more than a carefully constructed narrative, a calculated attempt to project an image of domestic bliss and culinary expertise. Norton delved into the show's seemingly curated guest list, which featured a collection of individuals with pre-existing ties to Markle and her circle. He suggested that these appearances were less about showcasing diverse culinary perspectives and more about reinforcing a carefully controlled narrative. It felt like an echo chamber, Norton observed, a gathering of like-minded individuals reinforcing a predetermined message. This critique has ignited accusations of insularity, with critics arguing that the show lacks the genuine diversity and inclusivity it purports to champion. The absence of genuine culinary experts, or even everyday home cooks, has been glaringly obvious, further reinforcing the perception of a carefully managed production designed to appeal to a specific audience. Furthermore, Norton's podcast raised questions about the show's overall purpose. Was it truly about sharing a love of cooking, or was it a thinly veiled attempt to rebrand Markle's image? Norton's analysis suggests the latter, pointing to the show's heavy emphasis on Markle's personal anecdotes and carefully crafted narratives. He suggested that the cooking segments often served as mere interludes, providing a backdrop for Markle to share carefully curated stories about her life and experiences. It felt like the food was secondary, Norton remarked, a mere prop in a larger performance. This critique has resonated with many viewers, who have long suspected that Markle's public appearances are often carefully orchestrated attempts to control her narrative. The cooking show, in this light, appears less like a genuine culinary endeavor and more like a vehicle for image rehabilitation.